Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're actually going to be setting up my sinking funds for the month of April. I am going to be doing it here in my sinking funds binder. I am doing a hybrid version. I am realizing in Q1 that I still need to write things down and be in something physical along with my spreadsheets. So you'll still see all of see my spreadsheets and things like that. But I'm also going to be sharing with you guys me writing things out and going through the motions because it's really helping me see my budget better. So we are going to be setting up my sinking funds and also sharing with you the interest that I received in my different savings accounts. So we are going to get right on into it. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are not new, welcome back. My name is Janelle, and on here I do all things budgeting. All right, so these are going to be my sinking funds that are all in my, what is it called? My Ally savings account, okay? I have a link to my Ally account in case you guys are interested in signing up with Ally. I may or may not receive, I've been saying this for a while now. I think that promotion was up, but if you want to use my link, you can, okay? So our first sinking fund that we are going to stuff is going to be entertainment. I did switch those up, and entertainment is pretty much just everything fun, and then also holidays. So entertainment is going to start off at, I shouldn't have put that there. We should just head over here. It's starting off at $15.68. Last month, we used a good portion of that money to go, what was it? We went to the race. That's what it was. We used it for our trip to Austin in March. So now we're just going to slowly build that back up. Next is going to be car insurance. And this is, of course, for my car insurance. And this is starting off at $190.66. And we have April, May, June, 4 months to get it up to about $1,200 to be able to make sure it covers my 6-month premium. Yeah, y'all, that is what it went up to. I just can't anymore with some of these new expenses and things. It's just you see it and you kind of just keep on moving because you just expect that everything is just going to be expensive. So we have car maintenance, and we're starting off at $60.01. I did move my car insurance and my car maintenance over to Ally Bank because I'm leaving my SoFi account to just all of my personal savings and things like that, and just moved everything over to household. Eventually, car insurance will actually cover for both me and my husband's policy, but right now we're just gonna stick to what we can afford. And it's just covering mine right now. My husband pays his monthly. And then car maintenance going forward is going to cover both me and my husband's car. Right now, we really just have to worry about registration. So that is what I'm saving for. But eventually, I would like to have a good enough money in there. So whenever we need new tires and things like that, we can afford those things. Oh, and the starting balance was $60.01 if I didn't say that already. Next is going to be pets. If you are new to my channel, I do have 2 bearded dragons. I was talking to my husband about this. I said, honey, I've been telling everyone that for years now that we were going to be, changing up the dragons' cages and doing all this stuff. And we have yet to do that. And I'm just like, my poor babies. But we bought some food for them using this, and I am going to get more serious about putting money in here for our dragons. They're really not that expensive, y'all. And my husband really just covers a lot of their expenses, like whenever he's buying food or if we have to replace a light bulb and stuff. It's just that, like, as I am working through our household needs and our budget and things of that sort, I'm really just learning where we need the money, how we need the money, and when we need the money. Because for so long, even though we had a household budget, I was really working out of my personal budget as well too. And so I'm still just learning the tricks of our household budget and how to really make it work with our income. So next is going to be health. I am doing a savings challenge in here so that money will still continue to stay in there and it does not get added, but we are going to actually put what's actually in the bank. So health is going to start off at $71.15. So here's the thing, y'all. I talked about my husband getting a new job, and his insurance is nowhere near what we had before. So we ended up splitting our insurance. So him and baby girl will be covered under his insurance, and then my insurance will be covered under me. And that is because with my employer, if you are just covering yourself, you're using like their base plan, you don't have to pay any insurance. So like you don't pay any like monthly premiums. It's not terrible, like the and stuff like that. And that's what I had previously before I got on my husband's policy. So we are gonna go back to that. We've made sure for the most part that all of baby girls, like doctors and stuff like that, they are in network with his current policy. So for health, I am going to start focusing on putting more into health because we are going to have a regular deductible now, which is going to be well into the thousands. So I'm going to need to slowly start building up our health sinking fund. So we're well on our way there, but yeah. So next is going to be home maintenance. And we're starting off at 50 cents, y'all, because it's the springtime. And so there was just things that we needed to take care of. The one thing I can say is that I'm just happy we have the money in here. One of my goals this year was to make sure that I did not add any additional debt, and I have not been doing that. We've been able to cover all of the things that we have been purchasing. So I feel really, really good about that. And I want to continue that on into Q2. Next is going to be subscriptions. And subscriptions cover a lot of stuff. I totally forgot when you guys see the spreadsheet version of it and the breakdown of the subscriptions. I totally forgot to add back to school, which now I'm thinking that I wanted to maybe use education, because I also want to put money in there to cover for my husband's like continuing education classes for his job. Whenever they expire, there's already money in there for that as well too, which I think makes the most sense. So I believe that's what I'm probably going to name it, and you guys will get to see that. I'm also thinking, because there's different, like more than one thing for subscription, if I should also break it down in here to show each of them and when they've gotten spent. But we'll see. And what I mean is have a card for each of the different subscriptions. And then as I fully fund them, then we're just good until I spend it. So we'll see what happens. But subscriptions are starting off at $88.88. Next is taxes. And I'm just building up my taxes because I want to be able to save enough money to be able to add additional money to our taxes to help lower our tax bill at the end of the year, which would then also lower our like entire mortgage payment, because our mortgage, taxes, and insurance is all included into one. I don't know if I'm going to get a good like amount of money this year, just because we are just super laser focused on some, y'all, there's like a fly in here, and I like, it's a gnat and it's like driving me crazy. Ugh, y'all. Okay, did I catch it? Okay. Okay, y'all. So, for what were we doing? Taxes. We are starting off at $104. So I mean, there's $100 in here. So whatever we can save in maybe October or so, I'll put it into the escrow account. You know, everything can make a difference, and so we'll go from there. So those are all of my sinking funds, and they're all in my Ally Bank. Now we're going over to our different savings. So my first savings is rainy day funds, and this actually sits in our household checking account. This account does not get much interest in here, y'all. It's pennies, barely a penny at times. So I don't want to keep too much money in here. Okay, just making sure. I have $130.04 in here. And then also on the first, we got interest on this account because this is in a separate account. Oh, but we need to add the interest, of course. And I got 2 cents. So I don't want to keep too much money in here because, or maybe it was 3 cents. Because I just don't want too much money sitting in here and I'm not actually getting any interest into this account. But my rainy day funds is just that, just for any additional income. Something comes up, we need some rollover money to cover something, we have it. Next is going to be my emergency funds. I am doing a savings challenge for my emergency fund, but we do still have money in that like checking account. So we are going to start off my emergency fund at, where is that emergency fund, y'all? We are at $643.95. I have decided to start adding the interest whenever they charge it. So for our interest, from, I don't know how long this interest has been sitting in here, but we're just taking the whole thing, is $19.77. So we're going to add the $643.95 plus $19.77 equals $663.72. $663.72. So I've just decided that all the interest and our emergency fund is in our Ally account. So I've just decided to use the interest that we receive and put it into our emergency fund. That's just the best place to have it right now. So that is there. Next is future, and our future account actually sits in our Capital One savings account. So I do have a savings challenge. I will start for this at some point in our lives. But for right now, we are going to start off, or the starting balance for future is at $52.48. And this account does receive interest with Capital One. And for interest, we received, I'm trying to look. We got 16 cents worth of interest. So we'll add 52.48 plus 16 cents, which gives us 52.64. Maybe I don't know my math, y'all. Because maybe I'm off some. This is how much is actually in the account. So I think maybe I forgot to count last month as well too. That could be a thing, y'all. But we have 52.77. That is what is in the actual account. So that is what we're going to go with. So that is what is in our Capital One account for future. Baby girl does sit in our Ally checking account. now I think I know what I want to do with this. Okay. So we have, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? 4-1. Sorry, y'all. I'm yawning. I'm doing this video at night, so I apologize. And for baby girl, she is starting off her account at $49. $49. So y'all, that is my sinking funds set up. The rest of these are savings challenges that I have going on. HOA and, well, not closed, but this is the buffer. Yeah, these are all just savings challenges in the back here. So that is my sinking funds set up and what I've earned in interest. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and be on the lookout for our actual sinking funds stuffing next. And I'll see y'all in the next one.